Welcome to this episode of True Crime Case Files, where we delve into the chilling story of murder in the seemingly idyllic retirement community of the Villages, Florida. In August 2007, a crime that shook the foundations of this peaceful haven left the area stunned. Patty Marlborough, at 67, embodied the vibrant spirit of a retiree making the most of the Villages, Florida's premier retirement community. Before her tragic demise in the summer of 2007, she was a figure of enthusiasm and zest, often seen navigating the community's expansive golf courses in her cherished golf cart, Janice, named after the legendary Janis Joplin. A Harrisburg, Pennsylvania native, Patty had retired from a rewarding three-decade career as an elementary school teacher. Her academic journey, culminating in a master's in education from Penn State University, was a testament to her lifelong commitment to learning and personal growth. Patty's move to the Villages with Bob, her husband of 45 years, was a dream fulfilled. The couple, drawn by tales of the community's idyllic lifestyle featured in the New York Times, sought a serene yet active retirement. Their home, adorned with memorabilia from their travels and Patty's classroom, was a hub of warmth and memories. Patty's relationship with her two children, Michael and Susan, was one of pride and mutual respect, often highlighted in the family newsletters she lovingly crafted. Yet, beneath the surface of this seemingly tranquil paradise, tension simmered. The Villages, often spotlighted by media outlets like the New York Times for its unique lifestyle and rapid growth, was not immune to the complexities and challenges that come with a densely populated enclave. As Marlborough navigated this landscape of leisure and legacy, she remained blissfully unaware of the dark turn her story was about to take. Her tragic demise would soon cast a long shadow over the Villages, prompting residents to question the very fabric of their community. The murder mystery that unfolded in the sultry twilight of a Florida summer would leave an indelible mark, transforming the Villages from a haven of retiree bliss into the backdrop of a chilling narrative. On the morning of August 14, 2007, the Villages, a sprawling retirement community in Florida known for its serene landscapes and vibrant retiree lifestyle, became the scene of a grim discovery. At approximately 7:30 a.m., under the oppressive heat and humidity characteristic of a Floridian summer, Jason Bolwheel, a 37-year-old gardener employed by the community, stumbled upon a horrifying sight. Amidst the tranquility of a lake known for its picturesque views and occasional alligator sightings, he found human remains floating near the shore, disrupting the peace of the early hours. The day, which began like any other with residents looking forward to their morning routines and leisure activities, took a dark turn. The news of the discovery spread quickly, casting a shadow over the community. Jason, known among the residents for his meticulous landscaping work and occasional complaints about the community's age restrictions, was visibly shaken. Despite his usual composure, the gravity of his find rendered him pale and trembling. After a moment of disbelief, he managed to contact the local authorities, his voice cracking as he reported the chilling scene. The response from the Sumter County Sheriff's Department was swift, with patrol cars arriving at the scene within minutes. The area, usually bustling with the sounds of golf carts and morning greetings, was cordoned off, becoming the focus of a sudden and intense investigation. The community, which had been featured in the Orlando Sentinel just weeks before for its idyllic lifestyle and booming growth, was now at the center of a potential crime story, reminiscent of plots from the popular CSI Miami television series. As the news of the discovery made its way through the community, residents gathered in small groups, whispering theories and expressing disbelief. The Villages, a place chosen by many for its promise of a peaceful and active retirement, was now the backdrop of a mystery that seemed more suited to the pages of a crime novel than their tranquil lives. The serene morning of August 14, 2007, in the Villages, Florida, was abruptly disrupted by a call to the Sumter County Sheriff's Department, reporting a body found in one of the community's lakes. The swift arrival of law enforcement transformed the typically peaceful setting into a bustling crime scene. Led by detectives Sean Womack and Mark Holloway, the investigative team approached the scene with a mix of professionalism and underlying tension, aware of the community's shock and the media's growing interest in the case. The crime scene, set against the backdrop of the Village's picturesque lakes and meticulously maintained landscapes, presented a stark contrast to the grim reality of the investigation. The detectives, both experienced in handling high-profile cases and familiar with the unique dynamics of retirement communities, were tasked with unraveling the mystery of Patty Marlborough's death. The initial assessment revealed a scene devoid of the chaos typically associated with violent crimes, raising more questions than answers about the events leading to Patty's demise. The investigation commenced under the heavy humidity characteristic of Florida's summer, with the detectives methodically examining the area for evidence. The discovery of Patty's remains in a lake known for leisurely boat rides and fishing expeditions added a layer of complexity to the case, suggesting scenarios ranging from accidental drowning to a calculated disposal of the body. The absence of visible blood or struggle at the scene pointed towards the latter, prompting a thorough search for forensic clues that could shed light on the victim's final moments. As the community of the Villages grappled with the unsettling news, the investigation into Patty Marlborough's death unfolded with urgency. The detectives employed advanced forensic techniques, including DNA analysis and environmental sampling, to piece together the puzzle. The meticulous examination of the crime scene, combined with interviews with residents and potential witnesses, underscored the law enforcement's commitment to uncovering the truth behind the tragedy. With the media spotlight intensifying, the pressure mounted on the investigative team. The Villages, often celebrated for its vibrant retiree lifestyle and featured in publications like the Wall Street Journal, was now at the center of a narrative that challenged its idyllic image. The detectives, aware of the implications of their findings, proceeded with a keen awareness of the need for both sensitivity and thoroughness in their approach. In the heart of the investigation into Patty's untimely demise, attention swiftly pivoted to Jason Bolwell, the individual who stumbled upon the grim discovery. A gardener by trade, Jason's connection to the Villages, a sprawling retirement community revered for its exclusivity, was primarily professional, albeit tinged with personal discontent. Residing in a modest trailer just beyond the community's manicured borders, he harbored aspirations of entrepreneurship within the landscaping realm, despite vocal criticisms regarding the Village's stringent age policies. When summoned for questioning, Jason's demeanor oscillated between palpable nervousness and stark defiance, a testament to the gravity of the situation at hand. His insistence on innocence was unwavering, yet the specter of a potential motive loomed large. Rumors of a contentious altercation with Patty, predicated on undisclosed grievances, cast a shadow of suspicion over his assertions. The intricacies of their dispute remained nebulous, with investigators grappling to unearth substantive evidence amidst a sea of conjecture. In August of 2007, the case against Jason appeared tenuous at best. Notably, the investigation's reliance on circumstantial evidence, absent of definitive proof, rendered Jason's involvement speculative. The authorities' pursuit of clarity, amidst the prevailing ambiguity, underscored the complex interplay of fact and presumption that defines the quest for justice. As the inquiry progressed, the community of the Villages, typically a bastion of tranquility and retirement bliss, found itself ensnared in a narrative far removed from its idyllic facade, with Jason Bolwell at its epicenter. As the investigation into Patty's tragic demise unfolded, the spotlight shifted towards Bob Marlborough, her 71-year-old spouse. A retired accountant, Bob was known within their circle for his charismatic demeanor, which belied a more enigmatic nature. The revelation that he had been unfaithful and had potentially given Patty an STD, a betrayal that had grievous health consequences, sent ripples of disbelief through their community. The detectives' probe into Bob's personal affairs peeled back layers of duplicity, unveiling a series of indiscretions that painted a starkly different picture from the persona he publicly projected. The discovery of his infidelity, particularly its dire impact on Patty's health, marked a pivotal turn in the investigation, casting Bob in a suspicious light. During the interrogation, Bob's emotional state was mercurial. He veered between defensive postures and moments of apparent contrition, his facade crumbling under the weight of the evidence laid bare. The scrutiny of his actions, set against the backdrop of August 2007, a period emblematic of technological advancement and cultural shifts, contrasted sharply with the personal turmoil unfolding in Bob's life. The interrogation scenes, characterized by Bob's fluctuating demeanor, highlighted the complexity of human emotions when confronted with their misdeeds. As the investigation deepened, the narrative surrounding Bob Marlborough evolved from that of a grieving widower to a figure of intrigue, ensnared by his own actions. The case against him, while circumstantial, was bolstered by the revelation of his infidelities, adding a layer of complexity to the ongoing quest for answers in Patty's untimely death. On a particularly gloomy day, August 22, 2007, the serene atmosphere surrounding a local lake was disrupted by a grim discovery. A fisherman, in the midst of his routine endeavors, stumbled upon a golf club, its surface marred by ominous bloodstains. This unsettling find, under the overcast sky, marked a significant pivot in the ongoing investigation into Patty's death. The police, seizing upon this potential lead, wasted no time in subjecting the golf club to rigorous forensic analysis. The results were unequivocal. The blood matched Patty's DNA, catapulting the golf club to the forefront of the investigation as a potential weapon in the crime. This revelation necessitated a fresh examination of the intricate web of relationships that defined the village's closely knit community. In the context of August 2007, a month characterized by the widespread adoption of smartphones, this breakthrough in the case captured the local community's attention. The juxtaposition of such a pivotal development against the backdrop of everyday life in 2007 underscored the stark reality of the investigation, bridging the gap between the ordinary and the extraordinary. The discovery near the lake, coupled with the forensic evidence linking the golf club to Patty, injected new vigor into the investigative efforts. Detectives delved deeper into the social dynamics of the villages, scrutinizing connections and alibis with renewed scrutiny. This phase of the investigation illuminated the complexities inherent in seemingly tranquil communities, revealing the undercurrents of tension and conflict that can lie beneath the surface. As the case progressed, the blood-stained golf club emerged not only as a key piece of evidence, but as a symbol of the darker aspects of human nature, propelling the investigation towards unforeseen avenues in the quest for justice. In the unfolding saga of the investigation into Patty's untimely demise, a new character stepped into the limelight. Lucille James Falco, a 78-year-old retiree hailing from Youngstown, Ohio. Lucille, with her dynamic personality and a well-documented history of philanthropy, was not just any member of the community, she was Bob Marlborough's lover. Behind her engaging exterior, however, the detectives discerned a web of emotions potentially laced with darker motives. The investigation, deepening in complexity, suggested that Lucille's affections for Bob were tinged with jealousy and a palpable fear of being supplanted by his wife, Patty. This intricate blend of emotions was posited as a potential catalyst for a crime driven by passion and insecurity. During her interrogation, Lucille's reaction was a tapestry of disbelief and indignation. She staunchly maintained her innocence, her responses oscillating between shock at the accusations and anger over the insinuation of her involvement. Her demeanor during these moments was telling, offering the investigators a glimpse into the tumultuous undercurrents of her relationship with Bob and, by extension, Patty. The timing of these developments added a layer of surreal contrast to the investigation. The juxtaposition of Lucille's interrogation with the era's cultural milestones underscored the dichotomy between the public's preoccupations and the private dramas unfolding within the villages. As the investigation trudged forward, Lucille James Falco, once a figure known for her charitable endeavors and zest for life, found herself ensnared in a narrative fraught with suspicion and intrigue. The detective's pursuit of the truth, amidst the myriad twists and turns, highlighted the complexities of human relationships and the sometimes hidden motives that drive them. The resolution of the investigation into Patty's tragic demise materialized with an unexpected twist as the focus converged on Jason Bolwell, the gardener who initially discovered her body. A deeper delve into Jason's clandestine activities unearthed his secret life as a gigolo, a revelation that placed him at the nexus of a complicated web involving both Lucille and Patty, who were two of his many customers in the villages. The motive, as pieced together by the detectives, stemmed from Jason's growing apprehension over Patty's potential to unveil his secret profession. Fearing the repercussions on his reputation and the intricate relationships he had woven, Jason was propelled towards a drastic and irreversible course of action. Utilizing a golf club, an item melding the mundane with the macabre, he executed the murder of Patty. The brutality extended beyond the act itself, as he proceeded to dismember her body, ultimately disposing of it in the lake, a grim conclusion to a once-concealed life. The breakthrough in the case, occurring amidst the cultural zeitgeist of August 2007, added a surreal backdrop to the unfolding drama. The juxtaposition of such a heinous act against the backdrop of widespread technological and literary milestones underscored the dichotomy between public fascination and private despair. As the investigation culminated in the identification of Jason Bolwell as the perpetrator, the narrative transitioned from a complex interplay of relationships and secrets to a stark exposition of human frailty and fear. The revelation of Jason's dual life, intertwined with his drastic measures to protect it, offered a chilling reminder of the lengths to which individuals might go when confronted with the threat of exposure. This chapter in the investigation not only provided closure to the haunting question of Patty's fate, but also painted a vivid portrait of the darker facets of human nature, hidden beneath the veneer of everyday life. On the evening of August 30, 2007, as a tempest loomed ominously over the Villages, a serene retirement community was about to witness the climax of a chilling investigation. Jason Bolwell, the unsuspecting suspect in a case that had captivated the local community and beyond, was apprehended by law enforcement under dramatic circumstances. The arrest, executed with precision outside a local Publix, a place frequented by Bolwell, was a moment of high drama under the stormy skies. Initially, Bolwell exhibited a facade of innocence, vehemently denying any involvement in the crime that had sent shockwaves through the Villages and captured the attention of media outlets. His arrest was not just local news but became a topic of discussion across various platforms, reflecting the nation's fascination with true crime stories. The weight of the evidence began to dawn on Bolwell. Overwhelmed by the mounting guilt and the realization that the jig was up, he eventually succumbed to the pressure, confessing to the heinous act. This confession marked a pivotal turn in the investigation, providing a semblance of closure to a case that had seemed impenetrable. For the residents of the Villages, Bolwell's arrest was a bittersweet moment. While it brought a sense of relief and vindication for Patty's grieving family, it also underscored the unsettling truth that danger could lurk even in the most idyllic of communities. The arrest served as a sobering reminder of the complexities and hidden depths of human nature, challenging the community's perception of safety and trust among its members. The courtroom was charged with anticipation as the trial of Jason Bolwell, accused of a crime that had haunted the retirement community of the Villages, Florida, reached its climax. Prosecutor Pamela Reed stood as a beacon of justice, meticulously laying out an irrefutable case against Jason, supported by a wealth of evidence and eyewitness testimonies. The atmosphere was dense, reflective of the gravity of the proceedings that captivated not just the local community but also garnered attention from national media outlets, echoing the public's fascination with high-profile legal battles. Defense attorney Michael Genovese, known for his prowess in navigating the complexities of criminal law, presented a defense rooted in compassion. He highlighted Jason's tumultuous upbringing, painting a picture of a life marred by challenges that, he argued, should be considered in the sentencing. Jenkins' plea for leniency, however, was met with skepticism, not just from the prosecution but also from a public hungry for accountability. The trial, which unfolded over several tense weeks, was a spectacle closely followed by local news networks, with live updates and expert analysis dominating the airwaves, reflecting the case's significance in the broader discourse on crime and punishment in America. In the end, the jury, after hours of deliberation, delivered a unanimous verdict: guilty. The decision was met with an outpouring of emotion from Patty's family and friends, who had been present throughout the trial, their faces a tapestry of sorrow, relief, and faint hope. Jason was sentenced to life imprisonment, a verdict that, while bringing a sense of justice to the bereaved, was a stark reminder of the irrevocable loss they had suffered. As the gavel fell, marking the end of a trial that had gripped the nation, the sentence resonated beyond the courtroom. It served as a somber conclusion to a saga that underscored the fragility of community trust and the enduring quest for justice in the face of tragedy. In the wake of the trial that had riveted the nation, the community of the Villages embarked on a long journey towards healing and reconciliation. The void left by Patty, remembered as a beacon of joy and kindness, seemed insurmountable. Yet, as time passed, the community found ways to honor her memory, ensuring her vibrant spirit continued to inspire. Bob Marlborough, once a familiar face in the social circles of the Villages, became a shadow of his former self. Racked with guilt over his indirect connection to the tragedy, Marlborough chose a life of solitude, distancing himself from the community he once actively participated in. His story served as a poignant reminder of the collateral damage inflicted by crime, extending far beyond the immediate victims. Lucille James Falco, another individual touched by the case, sought solace in new beginnings. She relocated, embracing the opportunity to start anew away from the reminders of the ordeal that had unfolded. Her departure was a testament to the profound impact the case had on the lives of those connected, however tangentially, to the tragedy. The repercussions of Jason Bolwell's actions reverberated through his family, who grappled with the stigma and the heavy burden of his guilt. The trial, extensively covered by outlets, not only chronicled the legal proceedings but also highlighted the broader societal implications, including the challenges faced by the families of those convicted of heinous crimes. Detectives Womack and Holloway, the duo who had worked tirelessly to bring justice to Patty, continued their service with a newfound perspective. The case had left an indelible mark on their careers and personal lives, shaping their approach to law enforcement and reinforcing their commitment to serving their community. As the villages moved forward, the legacy of the case remained, a somber reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring strength of a community in the face of adversity. The murder of Patty Marlborough remains a stark reminder of the secrets that can lurk behind closed doors, even in the most idyllic communities. This case file closes, but the memories and lessons linger, a testament to the complexity of human nature and the pursuit of justice. Thank you for joining us on True Crime Case Files. Hey, true crime case solvers, interested in more real-life murder mysteries? Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And do you have any thoughts about this case or have a case of your own you'd like us to investigate? Leave us a comment. Until then, stay safe, true crime case solvers.